The Rule Breakers team is officially here. I'm your boy Slater, daily content review. Typically in 2 minutes, 20 seconds less for YouTube. We're going to go a little longer, look at these cards. There's your Rule Breaker team. I'm actually going to pull it back up because there's a couple things about this loading screen that I think are really important for you to know, especially with this team. So Rule Breakers team 1 is here. Ronaldo is the headliner, Pique, Dzeko, Fekir, Phillips. One thing I will tell you is that it doesn't say team 1, right? It says it's available for 6 days, 23 hours. It does not say team 1, which would indicate that this is a 1-week promo that next Friday we will most likely get another promo unless something changes in the language that you see on screens throughout the course of the week. So that's news to me. I would think last year there was a Rule Breakers team 1 and team 2. So this is not only did they shorten the ones to watch promo from a week to 2 weeks, or 2 weeks to 1 week, they also look like they're probably shortening the Rule Breaker promo from a 2-week promo to a 1-week promo. Internally, we're going to go through every single player that you see here that came out on Footbin. So we're going to dive deep into what I think about these cards. I personally, so far, on the initial view, don't love this team. And I'll explain why a little bit later. So we have this. You can do it in squad battles or in rivals, it looks like. And basically, you can just grind out some. It's just some decent packs. I would say if you can blend your team to not kill your squad, but also to hit these objectives while you're grinding your rivals games for Thursday, right? I think that would make a lot of sense to give yourself just an extra couple packs back that you'd already be getting. Then we have Rulebreakers Paulinho, which I really don't like this card, man. If you remember, he had an SBC last year. We'll go check this out too once we get through all the team. And there's a player SBC out. We'll go check out as well. 79 dribbling, man. Like, this guy is, his whole thing is that he's like a 5-star skiller dribbler. So for him to have 79 dribbling, I think is a huge miss, unless the card looks different in game, and we'll see. But there's a thing called Rule Breaker Rush. So if you want to go ahead and complete this, I mean, it's a grindable card, right? So it's, maybe you want it for your team. Maybe you're trying to run a Bundesliga side, but I just don't love the look of that. And last year, the player that we got, so I'll show you really quick. We got this last year too, a Newcomers Challenge for a 75+ pack. It's untradeable, which is really stupid, I think, because it's such a meaningless pack. But whatever, silver players, rare players, players from One Club Max 4, country regions Max 4. So I would just think you just do Frenchies here, right? I would use a couple silvers, a couple bronzes, and call it a day. That should be a very easy SBC for you to do to get through that. Now, the other thing here is that we had last year, on day 1 of the Rulebreakers promo, it was an Nkuku player pick. And he had either a really good card with shooting stats that were boosted or passing stats that were boosted, if you remember that. This guy's just not the same caliber of type of player, exciting player, right? 4 stars, 3-star, left-footed, high, medium work rates. I mean, he's a decent-looking card, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't think he's like a bad-looking card. He can play cam, you know, right wing, which is nice. You know, nothing about him sexy. You know, 78 balance is not ideal. The pace splits are a little bit odd. 93 acceleration, 82 sprint speed, which I don't know if we know what is meta or not in that regard yet, just yet this year. I would definitely play him as a cam, I think. I'd probably put an engine on him just to boost some of those passing stats and to boost that balance, most importantly. But he just doesn't look like a crazy card. I mean, he's not super expensive. He's an 83 and 84. The packs back are bad. But let's go dive into this team. Let's go dive into this team a little bit, and I'll explain to you why I really don't like this team. So we're going to pull up every single player individually, and we'll dive through this video and figure out what we think about this team. So the reason why I don't like the look of this team, if I'm being really candid, is because it's very top-heavy, which is very bad for the general consumer. So, you know, if you look at this team, right, I mean, obviously Ronaldo's an incredible promo card to get released in this game already. Dzeko looks super meta. 89 pace, I mean, that's a huge boost for a card like that. Pique is a big boy card, right, earlier in the year. Zaha, right, Fekir, even Calvin Phillips. These are all very good cards, but they seem like they're going to be very difficult. At least, I mean, Calvin Phillips is kind of whatever, actually. But Fekir, Zaha, and up are very big, right? And Godfrey looks usable, but, like, I have a feeling you're going to get a lot of these, like, kind of mid. Even Bonucci doesn't look that great. You know, this guy, left back, he's already at 17K. Jesus Navas is kind of a whatever card, I feel like, early in game. You know, it's just, it looks very top heavy, and I feel like that's very bad for the general consumer. So let's go start with CR7. He cannot be a lengthy boy. At least it doesn't say that yet, but I don't think they have, actually, you know what? I don't think they have the stats yet, so it's okay. Maybe he will be a lengthy player. His, like, actual card is super meta in this game, so I would imagine this card is absolutely brilliant. When you compare it to his original stats, if you don't know the Rule Breaker promo, they adjust stats. They do like weird boosts. Like they'll deteriorate one part of the card, but then they'll really boost another part of the card. It's not like a regular promo. So comparing to his actual gold card, let's do this. He has 2 more pace on this new card. He has 3 less shooting. Okay, so he lost some shooting. He gained some passing. He gained a lot of dribbling, which I think makes him really valuable. That's a crazy card. That's actually a great boost. The shooting is already going to be so good anyways, right? You could even put a Hunter on him, which is not going to show you how to do it, but he would look absolutely brilliant. Short passing is good enough. Dribbling stats, that's a huge boost. You can put an engine on him. You can do a lot with this card. He's absolutely stunning. He will be a fortune early in FIFA. I don't know why his price range capped at 2 million, if that's accurate, because he will be worth way more than that, I think. Next we have Faivre. This is the SBC card. I don't know, man. Unless he fits your team really well, or I just think it's such a whatever card. It really is. I'm not going to spend time on it. So here's Pique, right? Pique from his original card, he's gotten 27 more pace. He has 3 less shooting. He has 6 more passing on the new card. He has 6 more dribbling on the new card. He has 4 more defending. And he has 10 more physical. So this card is a huge boost. Like, who cares if he loses shooting, right? It's Pique. So that's a brilliant boost for this card. He will be a very meta early game center back. And the La Liga has a lot of great cards, so he looks like an absolute demon. I know 37 balance, stuff like that. I feel like he'll be super usable. I've used Nicolas Zula. I think he's pretty good, and he's got some pretty bad agility and balance stats, so I don't think that's going to be a huge concern with Gerard Pique. I think he'll probably be an absolute beast. Let's move forward to this. I think is a big boy card. Look at Dzeko, man. They gave him 26 pace. That is a monster boost. This is a very meta card immediately in the game. And I believe he's a lengthy player too, which is super valuable for him. 88 shooting. Let's see. What did he get? So he lost 3 passing, which sucks because passing is really bad in this game. He got 4 more shooting. He got 6 more dribbling, 7 more physical. Okay. The passing thing sucks. I will say that sucks. I would actually really focus on that. If you pack this card, I wish I could show you what an engine would do, because I think you want to boost the agility and balance, and you want to boost the passing stats. So that's what I would recommend if you get this card. 5-star weak foot. I mean, that is an absolute early game demon. Then we got Big Wilf, baby. Big Wilf in the house. This is a big boy card early in the year. He gets 2 more pace, 6 more shooting, 6 more passing. He has worse dribbling, though. Worse dribbling, better defending, way better physical. Wow, 89 strength, 89 aggression, 90 stamina on a big whelp. That is a huge boost. 5-star, 3-star. The drop in dribbling sucks because that's kind of what Zaha's all about. 72 reactions. I feel like he'll play really, really well in game, don't get me wrong, but that's really low. And you can't do a lot. You can't find a way to cure all 3 of these areas. Agility, balance, reactions. That's a weird boost. I don't love that much on Big Wolf. That really impacts this card pretty dramatically. Then we have Nebel Fekir. He's gotten 2 more pace, 3 more shooting, 6 more passing. He's lost once again dribbling. He's down 3 dribbling. He's got 2 more defending and 3 more physical. So once again, the players that you kind of feel like are very much so dribbling is a big part of like what makes them a good player. EA have affected that part of the card stats, which is really interesting. When you think about it, 4-star, 4-star. He looks a lot more well-rounded dribbling than Big Wilf, which is nice. I mean, his reactions are better. His balance and agility are better, which is good. Nice shooting stats, really nice pace splits. He'll be a beast. I mean, if you used Road to the Knockout, I think it's what it was, Europa League Road to the Knockout Fekir last year, he was an animal. I feel like this will be a very similar card. He'll be a stunning player early in game. We have Calvin Phillips. This is an interesting one. So he gets a big boost up to an 87. He gets a 9 more pace, 8 more shooting, 7 more passing, 7 more dribbling, 9 more defending. Oh, and he just lost 2 physical. So if I had to pick anything for him to lose, it would be that. You can get by with this stuff with a player like him. So that's actually just a full-on boost for his card, which is nice. Renders him useful. 3-star, 3-star, not ideal. Really great early passing stats. Really well-rounded dribbling. An anchor, an engine, a shadow. Or if he gets lengthy, you know, I mean, that's always the meta, an architect, something like that. That is a decent looking card. What is he? Medium high work rates. That's a really good DM. He'll be a nice DM in the game early on. This card, I think, is a joke. I mean, he lost dribbling, but I guess he's not 5-star skills anymore. He's 4-star skills. But that's like what this card's all about. So we got 8 more pace, 16 more shooting, which is a big boost. 9 more passing. He lost 2 dribbling. It's just weird. I don't know why they really focused on dribbling against the cards that really need the dribbling stats to make them, you know, kind of what they are. I just don't love this card. I just think that's a really whatever card. I mean, that dribbling is just so average. I just really think that's a whatever card. I mean, he's Brazilian, which is nice, but it's just a whatever card. Godfrey can be a left back, which is actually really interesting. Makes him a little more valuable. 74 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. So we're going to have to see if anyone has this card, let me know what that discrepancy in pace splits is like. Really great dribbling for a card this early in the game. Wow. Wow, he must have gotten a huge dribbling boost. 16 dribbling, 2 more pace, 6 more shooting, 12 more passing, 9 more defending, and he lost 2 physical. I think that's a sick card. I love that card. I don't know what I would do here. I would probably give him an anchor or something along those lines. An architect, once again, if he gets lengthy with it, I don't really know. But I would, because I don't have that yet on Footbin, but that's a really nice looking card. I mean, that dribbling this early in the game is really meta for a center back. Then we have, this is probably the guy everyone will pack, Aurelio Buta, who is 4-star, Eintracht Frankfurt. Shout out to Short Stack. He's a silver card. That means you could technically pack him in a silver pack, by the way. If you did a silver upgrade or you had like a silver pack from something, I don't know, and he was in the pack, you could technically get a rule breaker because his base card is a silver. So that's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. He can be a right wing back too, which is interesting. So he got, from his regular card, he lost 3 pace. He gained 24 shooting, 12 passing, 8 dribbling, 8 defending, and 8 physicals. That's a really nice boost. You know what? For what he is, right? Like, I actually think he's kind of perfect for a 3-5-2 because you could work on his, like, defending stats, and you can make him a really brilliant, like, kind of, wing back type of player in game. I like that card. He'll be really cheap. He'll be, like, pennies on the dollar very soon. And he could probably play that role for you. He's not a sexy card, but I guarantee you, in a team where he's playing that role, right wing back, right mid, is someone who can get a little bit forward, but also can come back on defense. What's his work rates? Medium. I think this could be a totally useful card. I really do. I think that could be a totally useful card in games. So that's not the worst, like, bad player. Then we have Leo Bonucci, Forza Juve, even though we stink. I love that they gave the pink kit with the pink background. We do like that. Also, we're not the white shirts anymore, which is really cool to see. The kids are back, man. 4-star weak foot on Leo Bonucci, which actually might be a boost. No, he's 4-star 4. Okay, anyways. On his base card, he's gained 24 pace, huge. 4 more shooting, 3 more passing. He's lost 3 dribbling, and he's gained 2 defending and some. I mean, that's, this dribbling this early in the game for a center back is totally warranted. So that's actually a good boost. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I like that a lot, actually. If he gets lengthy, which once again, I can't see yet. If he gets lengthy, that'll be a really good center back. I do think lengthy matters in this game. Great passing for a player this early in the game at his position too. I like it. I'm a fan of that card. More than I thought I would be. Jesus Navas. On his base card, he's gained 3 pace, 4 shooting. He's lost 3 passing. He's gained 3 dribbling. He's gained 4 defending. And he's gained 22 physical, which is a big boost for him. That's kind of his whole thing usually. His aggression's super low. Oh no, they actually boosted that this year. He's gained 35 strength. That's a big boy move for him. He looks very balanced, kind of like what Aurelio Buta is going to be like, right? I think another guy, 2-star weak foot sucks, but another guy who probably is really good in the 3-5-2 or a 5-back, playing that wing back role, can get forward. That's really great dribbling from a player of his caliber, right? His passing, I think, needs a little bit of work, especially how bad passing is, but that's a decent card. I wouldn't break the bank on him, though, by any means. Then we have Przemysław Frankowski. Look at that guy. He's 3-star, 3-star. He can play right wing back or left back or left. Okay, it's somewhat versatility. If he was right back or left back, that'd be a little more valuable. From his base card, he's lost 3 pace. He has gained 6 shooting, 6 passing, 6 dribbling, 17 defending, and 9 physical. Usable card, almost club 80. I mean, another card that will be very usable, that will be cheap as chips. I mean, if you're using like an early game team and like a very budget team, you get this guy at what's going to end up being like discard at some point. I think that if he fits your team, that's not a bad shout. He's not sexy, but can he do a job as a left back or a wing back in this game? Yeah. Balanced dribbling, decent physical. I mean, he's almost a club 80 card. It's actually not a bad little player at all either. And finally, Hector Herrera, who's also almost club 80. 1 stat away on either card. He has gained 13 pace, 5 shooting, 8 passing, 6 dribbling, and 6 defending. And he's lost 3 physical, and for that is a good thing. We're okay with that. 4-star weak foot. This is actually a really decent looking card too. What's his work rates? Medium. Probably be a great midfielder. The problem is, are you willing to use a MLS, Mexican national player? That's going to have to be the question that you have to ask yourself. Is that something you're willing to do in FIFA? He looks like a balanced card though. Once again though, like Herrera, like go back here, like these guys just aren't that sexy, right? I think Godfrey's really good, but like even Phillips doesn't look that crazy. Buta, Herrera, Francesco, they're solid. They're solid, but it's just not a great start. That player SBC sucked. Yeah, I'm not blown away by the Rule Breaker promo, personally. Let me know your comments below how you feel about it. If you enjoyed this video, if you stayed this long, you're insane, but I appreciate it. Drop a like, follow if you're new to the YouTube. It's greatly appreciated. We'll be live on stream opening packs and chasing some of these Rule Breaker cards in just a couple of hours. So if you want to tune in and hang out with us, you are more than welcome to do so. Slater AC on Twitch. There should be a link in the description below. Anyways, I'll catch you for a video tomorrow when we look at hopefully better content from EA. Peace.